don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat, and even what he could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
It's like humble. It's one for the office. Sorry, in the middle.
So I may do another exhibition this year.
Which one?
What do you think of that for?
I think Pacquiao, you chose a hell of a fighter. Shit, we got so many fighters at BBC. I thought he was with BBC, but he's not.
Ahead of Terence Crawford's fight with Canelo Alvarez, boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has warned Alvarez about the physical toll an extensive boxing career can take. Mayweather highlighted how fighters with numerous high-profile bouts, like Alvarez, may experience a decline in performance, sometimes suddenly. This serves as a caution to Alvarez, suggesting that despite his impressive track record, the intense demands of the sport could affect his readiness against a tough opponent like Crawford.
What would Floyd Mayweather's mindset after being the first guy to beat Canelo Alvarez? Thoughts on a fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez? I had people that stated that they feel like that Floyd Mayweather would essentially hate on the situation.
Hold me back! Hold me back! You fucking He said, all you fuckers, hold me back!
The highly anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is scheduled for September 2025 during Mexican Independence Day weekend. In this super middleweight title bout, Canelo will defend his WBC, WBA, and WBO belts against Crawford, who is making a major leap from welterweight to 168 kilos.
He went on the ring with Teddy Atlas.
What's that mean?
He said you're the most overrated Mexican champion in history. He said that Salvador Sanchez.
Boxeador mexicano.
Más popular,
pero sin causa. Sí.
Fucking crazy, that guy. and you think he knows boxing? Fuck.
I mean, it's not a secret that that's a fight that's been discussed by a lot of us and by a lot of people in the sport for quite a while. Certainly, it's a fight that Turki Al-Sheikh from Saudi Arabia has shown a lot of interest in. And of course, if it's going to get made, someone's going to have to put up a lot of guaranteed money. And he's probably the person that's going to do it. He's obviously been working closely with Terence Crawford. He was involved with Terence Crawford's last fight that took place in August when he fought Israel Madrimov.
Floyd Mayweather recently shared his thoughts on a potential matchup, acknowledging Canelo Alvarez's impressive rise to light heavyweight champion, a move Mayweather didn't foresee. He also ranked Terence Crawford as the #1 pound-for-pound boxer, highlighting his dominance in the sport.
When he's seen hung tough, Bud Crawford shows once again why he's the #1 pound for pound on many people's lists, including my own. I don't think it was going into this fight was a question of whether Bud was going to win this fight. It was a matter of he's about 35. He's had a 13-month layoff. Usually things start to fighters start to look a little bit more ordinary when these circumstances start to present themselves. So we wanted to see if Crawford, how he was looking under the current circumstances, and if there was any signs of aging. I think Avanesian really, fought as good a fight as he can fight. This is a durable guy. He stays in your face. You can see why he upsets certain people, because he knows how to mentally stress you and also physically stress you by staying in your face like that, coming off the ring and forcing you to work when you don't want to work.
Mayweather praised Crawford's versatility, highlighting his ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances effortlessly. He emphasized that Crawford's adaptability and intelligence in the ring could pose significant challenges for Canelo Alvarez, known for his power and discipline. Mayweather noted that Crawford can make adjustments mid-fight like few others, stating, "He's not going to stick to the same game plan if it's not working." This, according to Mayweather, is why he gives Crawford the edge in their potential matchup.
not official, but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford. Against Matt Rudolph, people are going to say, oh, he had some hiccups. Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Matt Rudolph was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest. He's a good fighter. But when you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You always say how great Crawford is, but who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts. And the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights. And to tell you the truth,
Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez share a long history, dating back to their iconic fight on September 14, 2013, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. This bout remains one of the most talked about fights in boxing history.
Es esta, fíjate. Pam, 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 pam. Boom, boom, boom. Ah! 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 Digo, eso. Eso.
At the time of their fight, Floyd Mayweather was already a boxing legend, boasting an undefeated record in multiple world championships across various weight classes. Canelo Alvarez, just 23 years old, was the WBC and WBA super welterweight champion and widely regarded as the future of boxing.
Fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and that's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
Joe Rogan discussed the lasting impact of Canelo Alvarez's 2013 loss to Floyd Mayweather on his career. Rogan emphasized that the defeat was a crucial learning experience, sparking significant improvements in Alvarez's defensive skills, especially his head movement. He noted, it was a life lesson, and then you saw how Canelo's head movement evolved afterward.
I'm saying at once.
Right.
I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147, to go up 168.
Right in one jump.
Yeah, in one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
In a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe Rogan shared his thoughts on the Canelo versus Crawford fight, explaining why he believes Crawford has the edge. Rogan highlighted Crawford's speed, skill, and strategic brilliance as key factors for his potential victory. He also broke down how their contrasting styles might clash, making the matchup all the more intriguing.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped, we'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves, 'cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Go crazy with Canelo. Oh, he's too big. Good night for Crawford. He's going to bed. All that stuff. Not so fast. Not so fast. Don't forget that the other guy is bringing something to the party too. And he's bringing the things that hopefully I just described to you guys in the best way I can. When it gets closer, we'll get more thorough with it. But right now, I think you know where I'm leaning. And I'll make it even clearer where I'm leaving. So there is a lot of suspense. I ain't going against Crawford, okay? I do think he's that special guy. I think Canelo's special too. But I think Crawford's special in a little bit, even more so. Even more so. He hasn't learned how to lose yet. I think he does have those special ingredients that go beyond the physical genetics, the physical DNA. So that's it. Okay? Good. You don't like it? Too bad.
I think that was a fair breakdown. I mean, listen, those ingredients you're touching on with the smaller man are the same ingredients you saw in Usyk. Abilities and ways to find a way to win.
I'd like to know what the weight's at in this fight, but has that been figured out yet? Probably not, because
No.
that to me is a variable there.
Canelo Alvarez boasts an impressive track record with victories over some of boxing's top contenders. His ability to compete across multiple weight classes showcases his adaptability and exceptional talent. In the super middleweight division, Canelo's power is particularly notable, making him a dominant force in the ring. He excels at landing powerful punches while also withstanding incoming blows, marking him as a formidable opponent. Beyond his power, Canelo's agility and ring intelligence set him apart. His head movement, defensive skills, and precise counterpunching make him a well-rounded fighter. Years of experience against elite competition have sharpened his ability to strategize and adapt. His recent win over Edgar Berlanga further cements his status as one of the sport's top-tier fighters.
Everybody, how's it going? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stage Front VIP, being joined here with Teddy Atlas. Teddy, I got to get just right to it. Terence Crawford wanted to move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. You as a trainer, what's your insight on that? And I don't know, would you advise a fighter to move up 3 weight classes to fight someone like Canelo?
You got to remember, he's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3, you know? Yeah, my math is different than yours, being that I've been in this business my whole life. So 6 is a lot. 6 weight classes. That's a lot. 3, you know, he had the skeleton for it. Does he have the skeleton to go up 6? I don't know that he does, but I know he's got this. I know he's got this. I know he's got the character, and I know he's got the mind. I know he has special gifts that very few fighters have.
Edgar Berlanga shared his thoughts on the matchup between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, acknowledging Crawford's exceptional skills and boxing intelligence. He believes Crawford's abilities could present significant challenges for Alvarez. However, Berlanga also points out Alvarez's considerable size advantage, given his natural weight class. He describes the fight as a mismatch due to this disparity, emphasizing that while Crawford's skill set is formidable, the weight difference could ultimately be a decisive factor in Alvarez's favor.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you know, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him testing himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the boardroom can get money.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter. But, he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter, like Errol Spence is.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll see.
A major challenge for Crawford would be moving up 2 weight divisions to face Canelo. In his last fight, Crawford stepped up to 154 pounds, earning a decision win over Israel Madrimov. However, advancing to super middleweight would mean competing against much larger, stronger opponents.
Now, Canelo hasn't ever said he wanted the fight, kind of downplayed it to a certain degree, but it wasn't that long ago. I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, he was doing an appearance and he was asked about it and he didn't close the door on it. In the past, he sort of like closed the door on it and was like, I'm not interested. He's like, listen, I'll talk to anybody and listen to what they have to say about the deal, any kind of deal. So in my mind, that sort of at least cracked open the door to have the conversation. Like he wasn't just saying, forget it, in terms of working with Turkey or anybody else. So I think that Canelo is a smart person in terms of his boxing, but also in terms of his business. And when he looks around at the landscape and he wants to make a huge amount of money, like all top fighters or any fighter for that matter, and he looks and sees who can I fight where I can make the biggest score, in a big time fight. And I would say to you that in terms of at least American boxing or in this side of the world, it's not like Tyson Fury and Joshua in the UK.
Dan Rafael offered an in-depth analysis of the upcoming showdown, emphasizing its significance as one of boxing's most anticipated matchups. He highlighted that both fighters are elite pound-for-pound competitors. Rafael stressed the importance of the bout, describing it as a crucial test for Crawford to prove he can successfully move up to super middleweight and face a dominant champion like Canelo, showcasing his ability to compete at a higher weight.
Obviously, you can't look forward past Saturday, but do you feel like a fight like Terence Crawford? I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and then you never know what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. He's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just like to, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him testing himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the boardroom.
Former world champion Demetrius Andrade believes Crawford is an exceptional fighter, but Canelo's size and experience in higher weight classes give him the edge. Andre predicts Crawford may struggle with Canelo's power and agility.
I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
David Benavidez asserts that Crawford would need to move up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo, emphasizing the importance of respecting weight divisions. While acknowledging Crawford's exceptional skills, Benavidez gives Canelo the advantage, noting the challenges of stepping up in weight.
Mayday. I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented. He's 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
But last thing, Canelo, you just donated $70 million. You donated $70 million to build a center for kids with special needs in Mexico. Tell me about it. Why do you do that?
I always try to help people.
Why?
And I don't like to respond this kind of thing because I don't like to put myself like I help from the bottom of my heart.
It was very nice.
Moving up to super middleweight to face Canelo would be a significant leap for Crawford. The challenges include adjusting to the increased power and physicality of opponents in the higher division. While Crawford's technique and skill are exceptional, questions remain about whether his power and durability will effectively translate to super middleweight.
Be great. That'll be 3 times. If you go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo. 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights, where he's still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness. But I mean, he already done something that's never been done. Charlo don't want none of that smoke.
Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No? Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah. What do you think about a potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford? Could Crawford's skill and speed overcome Canelo's size and power? Or is the weight difference too much for him to handle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.